Duggar News. Jinger sheds light on her strained relationship with sisters. Jim, Bob, and Michelle at fault. Hello friend, welcome back to my channel. God bless you. For the news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Jinger Duggar is someone from the Duggar family who often makes headlines. She really impressed Duggar News followers when she became the first ones to talk about the Josh Duggar controversy. The star has also addressed how it affected her relationship with the rest of her family. It especially included parents Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar. Apart from this, many viewers also believe that Jinger doesn't get along with the rest of the family, as well as they now share opposing viewers. They are often trying to ask her questions about the same. Well, in a recent question and answers segment on her Instagram stories, Jinger may have confirmed that she is no longer close to her sisters. Longtime Duggar News followers know that Duggars were devoted members of IBLP. By following these principles, they had to live a conservative lifestyle. It included having a strict dress code, orthodox gender norms, courting as teens, and so on. But Jinger soon began raising her voice about her changed perceptions, and it didn't land well with her parents Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar. Jinger has mentioned many times in various podcasts that she is no longer as close to her mom and dad, Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar. Fans didn't think much of it, but then they saw her recent post. Since then, they have started to feel like the parents might be influencing their younger kid. They are perhaps doing so they maintain a distance from Jinger. Why is that? She shared a post hinting upon it. As mentioned before, Jinger Duggar has earned a name for herself by separating herself from the rest of her family. She openly began to speak up about the toxic lifestyle she had to follow while growing up. Duggar News fans began taking interest in her candidness and honesty, and soon she had a fan base of her own. But Jinger did lose some things along the way. In a new Ask Anything session on Instagram, viewers wanted to know how often Jinger gets to hang out with her sisters. While referring to the younger siblings that still live in Arkansas with Jim, Bob, and Michelle, she shared her views. The star admitted that whenever there is a family gathering like a wedding, that's when she gets to spend time with them. The number of pictures Jinger has put up with her little sister shows how much she wants to be a part of their lives. But after reading how the family gets together only during big events, it made everyone feel like Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar may be making efforts to ensure Jinger stays away from the young siblings. It could be because of their strained bonds. Jinger also expressed disappointment that all of them have been growing way too fast. Maybe she was trying to imply that not being able to spend time with them often makes her feel they are maturing. Counting on the Duggars go full gangster at Jason's wedding? Counting on alum Jason Duggar remains silent on social media following his wedding with Maddie Grace. The two tied the knot in a fall-themed mountain wedding in Tennessee. Members of the Duggar family have already uploaded clips and pictures from the ceremony. One of them is Jill, who took the opportunity to go on a vacation in Tennessee after attending Jason's wedding. But what caught the attention of many was a clip she shared showing the family going full gangster. Keep reading to see what happened. Jill recently took to social media to share clips from the wedding ceremony of Jason and Maddie Grace. The Counting on Alum revealed that Italian dishes were served at the reception, but many were surprised by how bland and plain the foods were. Several Redditors even think it was the most boring plate they've seen from a Duggar wedding. Even the food was boring and beige. Ah, I love that they were still able to honor Josh, even though he couldn't make it to the wedding, by serving prison food. How does the cheesecake and penny Alfredo look the same like you woo 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 woo? Aside from the food that was served, Jill also took to Instagram to share another clip of the Duggar family partying with the newlyweds. But many Counting on fans on Reddit were in disbelief after the rap song, Crank That, by Soulja Boy was played at the ceremony. Derek even danced to it, and he somehow nailed some of its iconic steps. This made the poster curious about how Jim, Bob, and Michelle reacted to the song choice. Did anyone have Superman that being played at a Duggar wedding on their 2024 bingo card? And why do we think Jim, Bob, and Michelle were doing this? I wish I was a fly on the wall. And Derek was dancing to it. The only one, I think. Ha ha ha, no one else knew it. Never in a million years did I think we'd ever see this. I wonder if it was the censored Superman that O version I've heard at kids' parties. I'm more shook that Jill thought what she wore was acceptable. It's fine for a rehearsal dinner, but I thought she dressed up for the night of. It's classic double standards for the younger siblings, right? Many fans are still curious about Maddie Grace's background. Jason announced their courtship and engagement without telling who she was. Maddie Grace also wiped out her social media page and put it in private. However, she recently had an interview in which she shared stories about how she and Jason met. According to Maddie Grace, their relationship happened accidentally. Jason happened to see her profile when he was checking notifications online. She then added that Jason thought she was cute, and they started talking. The Counting on alum also revealed that his decision to court Maddie Grace was also to prove to Jana that it's not too late for her to enter a relationship. Jill Duggar gives fans glimpse into brother Jason's wedding to Maddie Grace. Jill Duggar is offering a behind-the-scenes look into brother Jason Duggar's wedding to Maddie Grace in Tennessee. In an Instagram post chronicling the Thursday, October 3, nuptials, Jill, 33, documented her mourning with husband Derek and their children, Israel David, 9, Samuel Scott, 7, and Frederick Freddie Michael, 2. The family kicked off the day by heading to an indoor swimming pool, where Derek, 35, guided Freddie around. The couple then returned to their room to get ready, with Jill curling her hair and changing into a white top and pink-colored pants. "We're leaving the hotel, heading to the wedding," Jill said in a clip of her and Derek walking down the hallway. The video cut to the family driving to the ceremony held at the estate at Sweetwater Creek in Newport, Tennessee. Ahead of the wedding, Jill shared a series of images of her and Derek cozying up together. She sent the photos to the Dixie Cups track, Chapel of Love. While waiting for Maddie to walk down the aisle, Jill shared a glimpse of the wedding party waiting at the altar as the guests sat in white chairs facing the mountain range. People previously reported that brothers Jedediah, James, Justin, and Jackson all were groomsmen, while Maddie enlisted Johanna, Jennifer, Jordan, and Josie as bridesmaids. Maddie then walked down the aisle to Sleeping at Last song, Turning Page. After Jason, 24, and Maddie exchanged vows, there was a unity cord braiding, which symbolizes the union of God, bride, and groom, and the duo sealed their nuptials with a kiss. The duo walked down the aisle as the crowd erupted into cheers. Maddie then walked down the aisle to Sleeping at Last song, Turning Page. After Jason, 24, and Maddie exchanged vows, there was a unity cord braiding, which symbolizes the union of God, bride, and groom, and the duo sealed their nuptials with a kiss. The duo walked down the aisle as the crowd erupted into cheers. The night continued with Maddie's bouquet toss, which was set to Beyoncé's Single Ladies, Put a Ring on It. Did Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard attend Jason Duggar's wedding? Counting on fans are never quite sure where Jill Duggar Dillard and her husband Derek Dillard stand with their family, so TLC fans wondered if they attended Jason Duggar's recent wedding. Well, you can read on to find out. In her book, Counting the Cost, TLC fans saw that Michelle and Jim Bob's daughter didn't hold back. Additionally, she also appeared in the docuseries, Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets. So being around the family might be a bit awkward. Nevertheless, she was at Jana Duggar's wedding, but not included in the wedding party. Jill Duggar's younger brother, Jason Duggar, married Maddie Grace a day or so ago, and the wedding party for the bride consisted of Johanna Duggar, Jennifer Duggar, Jordan Duggar, and Josie Duggar. But it's not clear who was Maddie's matron of honor. Ahead of the wedding, Derek Dillard's wife took to her Instagram and shared that they put Fenna the pup into a boarding place as they were ready to do a road trip. However, she didn't say where they were going. Well, in an update, it turns out that they were on their way to Jason Duggar's wedding in Tennessee. Jill Duggar shared part 2 of their road trip, and they stopped over in Knoxville, Tennessee, as well as passing through Franklin. On the way, they were sad to see some of the damage from Hurricane Helene. In her caption, the Counting on Alum used her hashtags to let TLC fans know she went to the wedding. She said, once they arrived at the venue, which the TLC alum said was beautiful, they attended the wedding rehearsal. Taking to the comments section, her Counting on fans had something to say. I am so glad that y'all had an amazing time at Jason and Maddie Grace's wedding on Thursday. Looks like y'all had a lot of fun. What a great trip. Congratulations, Maddie and Jason. Franklin, TN is a beautiful place. You are in my neck of the woods, Knoxville. If you guys need anything at all, don't hesitate to ask. And that venue is gorgeous. Congratulations to the newlyweds. Beautiful, thank you for sharing. Are you glad that Jill Duggar and her husband Derek Dillard took the kids to Jason Duggar's wedding? Do you think she minds not being included in the bridal party? Shout out in the comments below. And come back here often for all your Counting on family news, updates and spoilers. Jill Duggar shares inside glimpse at what a Duggar wedding looks like. Jill Duggar is giving fans the inside scoop on brother Jason Duggar's nuptials. The 33-year-old reality TV personality shared an Instagram video on Sunday, October 6, that documented her family's road trip to attend Jason's wedding to girlfriend Maddie Grace. Road trip to TM3 Jason and Maddie's wedding. She captioned the video that showed the family having some cool time getting ready for the wedding and a breakdown of the actual ceremony. Jill traveled from Siloam Springs, Arkansas with her husband Derek Dillard, 35, and their children, Israel David, 9, Samuel Scott, 7, and Frederick Freddie Michael, 2, to the estate at Sweetwater Creek in Newport, Tennessee, where around 300 guests gathered to celebrate the newlyweds. Jason and Maddie tied the knot on October 3, in a ceremony that featured Jill's brother Jedediah Duggar, 25, acting as best man. In the video, Jill could be seen getting ready as the Dixie Cup song, Chapel of Love, played over top. After eating some Wendy's, doing her makeup, and putting on a white blouse and light pink pants, the Counting the Cost author shared footage of the ceremony. She showed Maddie walking down the aisle toward a large wooden cross adorned with white flowers, while someone helped to lay out her long lace veil. Jill also shared brief clips of the vows, a unity cord braiding ceremony, the kiss, and the introduction of Maddie and Jason as a married couple. Jill shared pictures from the reception, like of the place settings, the Italian food the couple had available, as a nod to their honeymoon to Italy, the couple's grand entrance, and the cake petting. The happy couple opted for a cheesecake, which was on display in front of a foxgrass backdrop and a neon sign that read, "Happily Ever After." Her husband, Derek, could be seen enjoying some butter pecan ice cream, as the newlyweds had a homemade ice cream and cobbler truck on hand for wedding guests. He also broke it down to Soulja Boy's "Crank That" in a clip captioned, "The Open Dance Floor." Fans got a kick out of that part, with one person posting, "I never thought I would see the day that a Duggar or Duggar-in-law would crack Soulja Boy." To round out the video, the 19 kids and counting alum shared clips of the couple's first dance, the bouquet toss, and Jason and Maddie's exit, which was illuminated by their guests holding sparklers. It was 10 years ago that Jill and Derek tied the knot at the Cross Church in Springdale. Jill Duggar Dillard shares video from Jason's wedding that captures all the special details. The Duggar family is growing again, this time with a new daughter-in-law. Jason married Maddie Grace on October 3, and big sister Jill Duggar Dillard has all the scoop. Jill posted video on Instagram of the beautiful outdoor ceremony and the lively reception. There was dancing, ice cream, and even a few fireworks. Everyone seemed to love it all. Per people, Jason and Maddie married in a mountainside ceremony at the estate at Sweetwater Creek in Newport. The wedding party included 8 Duggar siblings, and 300 guests celebrated with the happy couple. Jedediah served as his brother's best man. Jill's Instagram video showed her and her husband Derek getting ready to head out with their 3 children and the entire family enjoying the festivities. They dined on delicious food, including pasta, as the pair plans to honeymoon in Italy, and cheesecake for dessert. It may come as a surprise to some, but there was plenty of dancing at the Duggar reception. We heard some Beyonce in Jill's clip and watched Derek crank that to a little Soulja Boy. As Jason and Maddie headed out of the party, guests lined the sidewalk with sparklers to see them off. It was elegant and lots of fun. Some fans couldn't believe their eyes. One person wrote, "I'm a little shocked here." Number one, they were drinking, at least Derek was, which we actually already know that they drink. Number two, he was dancing to rap music. Soulja Boy, by the way, I love that song. It was other dance music with people dancing on the stage, which is not normal at one of their weddings. What's going on here? It looks like fun. Have the Duggars loosened up a little bit? But the ick, this person loved it. The fact that there's music and dancing makes me so happy. Life is so short and you only get one. It's so nice to see y'all living it. So did this one. I love that he is now jumping for joy with worldy music. Not all music is bad if you know how to choose. Congratulations to Jason and Maddie. May you have many years of dancing and ice cream together.